It snowed all day. The schools were closed and the kids were home, so by time I could go meet Thomas in the cereal aisle at a supermarket in Upper Nyack, it was early evening. Spodes was driving me because, one, I don't like driving in snowstorms, and two, because I believed the wolf when he said things could get dangerous, and he didn't mean the weather. Visibility was terrible. Even with the wipers going full speed, the windshield was half covered with snow, and Spodes had to pull over a couple of times to brush the thing clear. I was thinking, if it snowed like this on Super Bowl Sunday, the field at MetLife Stadium would be a mess, and both teams would be turning the ball over so many times. A fourth quarter fumble by Thomas might not even matter. But, when Spodes got back in the car, he had this funny look on his face like something stunk to hell. "What is it?" I asked. "Think we're being followed," he said. "There's a black SUV with halogen headlights. Both times we pulled over, so did the SUV." "Are you sure?" "Yeah." Spodes wiped the melting snow off the tip of his wool cap and he said, "Hold on, Sasha, I'm going to lose them." Then he lowered the window on the driver's side, stuck his head out for a second, and he pulled right out into the traffic. Horns blasted from I don't know how many cars. It sounded like 50, but out we went, somehow without hitting anything or anybody. Spodes got in front of a long trailer truck and exited from the left lane. He followed the ramp and turned right into a service station mart, parked the car and turned off the lights. "Come on," he said. I followed him into the mart. Spodes bought coffee for us that wasn't good, but it was hot, and we hung around inside looking out the window to check for the SUV. After about 15 minutes, when we didn't see the SUV, we went back out into the snow and drove to the supermarket. Here's the thing. I know I should have been suspicious. No, suspicious isn't the right word, but I did think it was kind of odd for the wolf to have me be the one to meet Thomas in the park. But he said it was my play, so I thought, sure, yeah, we were keeping it simple. And, maybe had the wolf been there, Thomas would have seen him freaked out and we would have lost the whole deal. The wolf can be pretty scary. I mean, not to me, never to me. He's always been, well, hello, after my husband died, he saved essentially my life. He was friends with my husband. They played in a weekend soccer league for guys 35 and older. They were on the same team, and they'd go out afterwards for beers, and sometimes the wolf would drop him at home and come in for a while, sometimes, stay for dinner. He was funny with my boys. He would joke with the oldest about what a waste of time football was, because my oldest was a big fan. "Football is a joke," he'd say. "Soccer, that is a real sport." Then he'd laugh and fake box with both of them. But it was true. He told me when I went to work for him that his only interest in football was how much money was bet on it. He never bet on anything, or at least that's what he told me. Of course, once Thomas agreed to our terms, the wolf was betting. Better believe it. And so was I. After Thomas agreed, the wolf told me he would front my bet too. I was afraid to ask for how much, but he told me $1 million. $1 million. So you can understand how I felt. So Spodes and I get to the West Nyack market. The deal was I was to walk past Thomas in the cereal aisle like we didn't know each other and slip him a piece of paper. On the paper was the number of the offshore bank account the wolf had set up and the password so Thomas could see his $500,000 was there waiting, all set to be released once he'd done his part. So I made the drop, no problem. Bought a couple of things I needed, paid, and I got out. But when I reached the car, Spodes was lying down on the seat. "Get in! Get in!" I climbed in. He started the car, headlights still off, and speeds off into the night. "What is it?" "It's the SUV," he said. "It was here." "Did they see you?" I asked. No. But I saw them. 2 big guys. "They must be the ones who came to the store," I said. "Sasha," said Spodes, "I know one of those guys." He works for the wolf.